So once again, we're going to go back and we're going to prove why Saturday Night Live's ratings are so bad and the fact that they are liberal shills for liberal networks. And before I get into this, first thing I'm going to say is a lot of times I try to play the video and then make comments. In this one, that is not going to be the case. I'm going to have to comment as it goes. And so I can point out all the, so I can correct everything that they have gotten wrong. And I do understand it's comedy. I do get that. I understand. But the problem I have with this is people watch this and they believe it, not understanding it's comedy. And a lot of what they say on here is 100% factually incorrect. They're completely wrong. And this is about the Oval Office meeting with Trump and Zelenskyy, which I support 100% what Donald Trump did. Never changed my mind on that. And I knew as soon as I saw it that Saturday Night Live would be coming out with a skit and they would absolutely get everything ass backwards like they did. So we're just going to go ahead and play this. And, like I said, this is another reason why Saturday Night Live is just not funny anymore and why their ratings are in the garbage. So let's go ahead and get this rolling. And like I said, I'm going to be commenting on it as we go. So Saturday Night Live with Ukrainian little man Zelenskyy and Donald Trump.
President Trump hosted Ukrainian President Zelenskyy at the White House, and it went really, really well. Everyone who watched felt at ease and thought the world is now a safer place. Here now is a replay of their historic press conference.
Yes, hello, everyone. It is I, President and CEO of Gaza Hotel and Casino, Donald Trump. And I'd like to welcome President Zelenskyy here to this incredible trap. It's going to be a big, beautiful trap, and we're going to attack him very soon for no reason, right, JD?
Watch out, because this kitty's got claws.
Very.
Okay, I got to jump right in out of the gate. Okay, first off, it wasn't a trap. And this is my problem with it, all right? Not that it's comedy, but it's factually incorrect. And so I'm going to clear this up for a lot of people, all right? Zelenskyy came into this meeting knowing he was going to bomb the meeting. Read if you don't believe me. Now, and I already knew when I did the last video about this coming out, I had already heard whispers that Zelenskyy had met with Democrat leaders before going into the Oval Office. And now it comes to find out that that's exactly what he did. And he was pretty much told to tank the deal from Schumer and all those clowns. But let's get something straight right here before we get into this, because I'm going to break this video down. I'm going to break this one down. All right. Donald Trump tried to get Zelenskyy to sign that minerals deal 10 days before this Oval Office meeting. Zelenskyy denied it. All right. Gotta wait. He stalled. Donald Trump tried to get him to sign it again 3 days before the Oval Office. Zelenskyy stalled. It was Zelenskyy's idea to do the Oval Office meeting, knowing he was going to blow this thing up because of the Democrats, knowing this was going to happen. That's why I support how Donald Trump reacted. And even people who watch my channel normally, they're like, dude, I disagree. And I understand that. I'm glad you disagree with me, but you will never change my mind. Zelenskyy came in there with an agenda. The only point of this meeting was to sign the mineral deal. That was it. That was step one to a peace negotiation, and Zelenskyy blew that up, threw it in Donald Trump's face, and that's why Donald Trump lost his cool. And I got to be honest, I would have done the same thing. I would have absolutely done the same thing. So let's move on.
And Marco Rubio's here, too. Little Marco. Little Marco, you excited to attack our European ally?
No English.
De nada. Before we get started, I'd like to thank President Zelenskyy for dressing like casual Star Trek. We love Star Trek because there's no DEI. The white guy was the leader, and he bossed around Spock, who I believe was Guatemalan. We love that. President Zelenskyy, you want to say a few words? Maybe tell Mr. Putin how much you love him and that you're sorry you invaded Russia?
First off, Donald Trump was joking about the comments. You can watch my last video about the way he's dressed. He's like, hell, I like the way he's dressed. It's totally fine. Donald Trump's not even the one that brought that up. So I think that's kind of boneheaded for them to do it that way. Because the sad thing is people are going to watch this because, let's be honest, most people aren't that intelligent. They're literally going to watch us and believe what they're watching here on Saturday Night Live. They're absolutely going to believe it. And this is where we have problems because there's so much misinformation out there going on right now. And this is where we have issues. But Donald Trump never made fun. Watch the clips. Never made fun of the way he's dressed. But now I am going to make fun of the way he's dressed. He dresses like a clown. All right. And I'm going to say this. This may piss you off. It may not. I don't care. I don't think Zelensky's a giant. I don't think he's a historical figure. I think he's a man who found himself in a position with Joe Biden and they made bad decisions. That's what I think happened here. And, and Cory Booker, that clown, he's a giant. He's a titan. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's absolutely neither. What he is a little tyrant that's throwing hundreds of thousands of his people into the meat grinder to die. That's what he is. And I'm going to call it out like it is. And if that offends you, I am sorry. I'm not here to offend anybody, but I do know that the Ukrainian people are dying by the thousands over there, and this could be stopped. Joe Biden, and I'm going to say this, please, anybody tell me, any Democrat or liberal, tell me what Joe Biden's plan was to stop this war. Because there wasn't one. His plan was to keep throwing money into it and let it go on forever, which we cannot do. We cannot afford. Well, you know what? Okay, here we go, liberals. Here's a plan. Let's throw another $1 trillion into it, all right? Of money we don't have. Let's let this war go on for 3 or 4 more years. Let's kill another 400,000 Ukrainians, all right? Let's kill them. Then when there's no Ukrainians left to fight, we have 2 options. Either Putin stormrolls it, takes it all, or we put Americans on the ground over there to fight for a country that is not ours, that we have no vested interest in, that is not part of NATO. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. So what is your plan? I mean, I need to know. I need to know what Joe Biden's plan was, what your all's plan is, because everything you say Trump is doing is wrong, and Trump is the only person trying to resolve this and bring peace to it. And guess what? Ukraine's going to have to surrender some territory. Because if they don't, either they can surrender some territory now, keep what they got, and live in peace, or they can lose it all. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the EU's not going to fund this war forever. You have those clown EU leaders over there. Oh, he's such a great man. Da, da, da. Look at the opinion polls from the people in Europe. They're tired of funding this war also. Just like the people in America are tired of funding this war. All right? So this is why I've got to comment on this, because this is 100% incorrect. If you want to make fun of it, that's fine, but at least put some of the facts in.
Maybe offer him one night with your wife.
Mr. President, with all due respect.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, I have to jump in here because that's how we planned this. What happened to thank you, okay? Remember
There was no plan here. And this is, there was no plan here, okay? This meeting had one point. That was it. To sign the mineral contract. That's it. There was no agenda from Donald Trump, no agenda from J.D. Vance. Zelenskyy is the one who blew up this deal. How hard is this for everybody to understand? This is boggling my mind. All right? They did not come in. This was not a trap for Zelenskyy. There was nothing like that. There was no plan. He was supposed to sign the deal. They were going to shake hands and walk out. That was step 1 of 3 steps to ending this war. And Zelenskyy absolutely botched it because he had met days before, right before the Oval Office, he met with the Democrats who told him to botch this deal because he's been so used to Joe Biden and the Democrats just giving him out billions of dollars. Well, here's the problem, people. That's not Joe Biden and the Democrats' money. That's our money. All right? All you liberals, that's your money that is being spent over there to fund this never-ending war. Wake up, people.
thank you? You haven't said thank you to us once in the past 15 seconds I've been yelling at you.
I've said thank you.
You didn't say it now, but you didn't say it now when you walked in here. You didn't say thank you. You didn't say anything about us being handsome. We're my handsome little boys. You didn't ask us that once.
Look, he's right, and we're very handsome, okay? Our ties are matching, and they're growing, frankly, by the minute. We don't even have to dust in here anymore. The ties sweep away the dust.
All right, that's pretty damn funny. That's pretty funny.
And yet you don't compliment the ties. You don't say thank you. You don't tell us how hot we look, okay? You don't say, if I was gay, I'd be all over you too. Okay, and we're supposed to help you?
But if I could just say...
You have been talking this entire time. I'm sorry, does the sign have side say Ukraine House. No, it says America House.
Oh man, look at Rubio over there, fully dissociating. He looks like Homer Simpson disappearing into that hedge. To quote the late, good Tom Petty, he's free falling.
I'm sorry if I.
You know, you
offended
say you
any-
want to end this war, but frankly, you don't have the cards, okay? I have the cards, all right? I have skip, I have draw 4, I have reverse, I have get out of jail free. The Supreme Court gave me that one.
All right, this guy's actually pretty good. He's a pretty good Trump impersonator. I got to give him that. That is pretty damn funny. The guy's good at it. I will give him that. And I'm not here to bitch about the skit. I'm here to bitch about the factual parts of the skit. But this guy's actually pretty damn good.
Pikachu and Charmander and Charizard. All I'm missing is a Charmeleon. But without us, you don't have any of the cards, okay? You got no cards. You're playing poker, and Putin's playing Magic the Gathering. And the Russians have been treated very badly with respect to the war, and also, frankly, Honora, right? Honora was misled, and she fell in love, and now she might even lose to Brutalist.
All right, and here we go. The Russians have been treated very badly. Okay. Donald Trump has conceded nothing to the Russians. Nothing. Zero. You literally cannot name one thing he's conceded to the Russians because nothing's been conceded. Absolutely zero. And I said this in my last video. All right, when I was giving the analogy of the business that I used to run and the war I got into with one of my competitors. Joe Biden did nothing to end this war except endless funding and endless Ukrainians dying. Okay, that's a great plan. Let's stick with that plan. And like I said, let's just throw another $1 trillion into it. And let's just wait till all the Ukrainians are dead, and then there'll be nothing left to fight for, because that's the route that it's going. Donald Trump, all right, it is his job to get along with Putin. Okay, now understand this. To get along with Putin, to get along with Zelenskyy, all right? These two guys don't have to like each other, but they have to respect each other enough to get to a table to negotiate. Putin has clearly said, I will go to the table. Now, what his intentions are, we have no idea. We will not know until we get to the negotiating table, but we cannot get there because little man Zelensky's got a big-ass chip on his shoulder that he's refusing to let go. He's in a point right now where he has no other play. Zelenskyy literally has no other play. It's time to end the war. But for some reason, he does not want this war to end. And if you think I'm wrong, tell me why I'm wrong and prove it to me, because you cannot. Because Donald Trump gave him the key. Let's do the mineral deal. This gives us something to fight for in Ukraine. We just can't sit here and just endlessly give you money and watch your people die, which is exactly what has been happening.
It's disgusting.
You know, maybe you should come visit Ukraine.
Hey, don't you even dare. I have been to Ukraine on Google Maps. It's a mess. You think you're getting any money from us after your little outburst today? To quote my personal hero, Willy Wonka, you broke the rules! You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
And you know what? You're not even wearing a suit. It's disrespectful. Who shows up to the White House in a t-shirt and jeans?
Donald Trump absolutely never said that. Watch the tapes. Never said that.
Like a garbage person.
All right, let's be honest here. Now, I love Elon Musk, but the guy's fucking crazy. The guy's crazy as shit. But that's the brilliance of Elon Musk, is that he's crazy. And most people like that, they're crazy. Albert Einstein, crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. And I do love Elon Musk. The guy's that, he's a brilliant man, and he's done a tremendous amount of good for the world. And it just amazes me how fast people turn on him. But before we get into this, because everybody's Doge, it just seems awful funny to me that when Bill Clinton and Barack Obama both had this exact same idea, the Democrats were 100% on board. Go back and watch the tapes of Clinton and Obama talking about this very thing. The problem is they failed to do it, like they failed to do many things. Now, I'm not going to bash Clinton. I think Clinton was a pretty good president. He's a Democrat. I am not. But I did like Bill Clinton. No problems. I think Obama was a horrible president. Terrible president. The great divider. But Obama sat up there at his podium and literally spoke about the very thing Doge is doing, and the Democrats were, oh, great idea, oh, we can't wait. And as soon as Donald Trump does it, now all of a sudden it's the end of the world, worst thing ever. And the hypocrisy of liberals absolutely amazes me. Go back, look up the tapes, you can find them on YouTube, of Bill Clinton and Barack Obama saying verbatim everything Donald Trump said, and the Democrats loved it. And as soon as Donald Trump started doing it, the Democrats hated it.
Hi guys.
Elon, we love your outfit. Very official and respectful. And I love when he gets that chainsaw right next to my head.
Thanks. Donald, what are you doing in my office? You know I'm the president now, right? I'm kidding. Okay, maybe not.
And I got to say that, okay? I'm so sick and tired of liberals saying, President Elon. Okay, you do realize that this is a very short-term thing Elon's doing, right? This doesn't last forever. What is it, a year? And then it's all over. The whole thing's gone. Then Elon goes back to being Elon and doing all his brilliant, crazy shit that he does. Absolutely asinine.
Awesome. I mean, you got to make a joke, you got to really joke. Legalize comedy! Come on, legalize it!
I'm so comfortable with all of that. I really enjoy everything you're doing with Doge, Elon.
Well, they're saying I'm firing people with no cause. But I do have cause. It's cause I feel like it. Come on! Glitch!
And real quick, and like I said, I'm sorry that I was going to interrupt this one so much. You want to see something interesting? Watch the latest one, the Joe Rogan with Elon. And if that does not change your mind about the absolute waste, the fraud that's going on in the government, if you watch that and you still are against Doge, then you got bigger life problems than you think, buddy. Because, he blatantly spells out the waste and the fraud that's going on in our government. And that's what needs to be stopped. I don't care who stops it. Hell, I wish Clinton had stopped it or Barack Obama, because it's gone too far. And like I said, it's not their money. All right? This is our money they're spending. And the more of our money they spend, the more everything costs for us. Come on, let's wake up here. Let's think about this.
But
They're doing mass firings in the government. We love mass firings because you don't have to know what any of their names are or what exactly they do.
I mean, we're not going to get it perfect, but we are firing the non-essential employees, like air traffic controllers.
Yes, and sure, some of the planes are going to land upside down. But then the luggage falls right into your lap and you're ready to go. It's efficient. And Elon's got this incredible team of professionals, like a 19-year-old who's known as Big Balls.
Big balls.
Yo, reporting for Dookie, sir.
And Big Balls, you've been doing some awesome Doge stuff, right, Big Balls?
Oh,
Now, they're going to make fun of this, but they're never going to make fun of that weirdo Sam trans guy that Obama hired. The one that got caught stealing luggage out of an airport. This guy's got a job for life in the government, making who knows how much money with the best benefits in the world. And this freak goes out and steals luggage out of an airport. And we're not going to make fun of that guy, but we're going to make fun of this. And this is my problem with Saturday Night Live. This is my problem. Joe Biden did nothing for 4 years but give content, the best content in the world. That Saturday Night Live could have just driven home and balanced the field, but they won't. Because they're liberal shills on a liberal shill network by a liberal shill producer. They won't. Joe Biden gave us the best especially KJP, whatever her name is. The content was amazing. That she's a historical figure because she's the first black, gay, lesbian, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a shit? You're not historical. You're only historical in your own damn mind. But this is my problem with Saturday Night Live. They could balance the field, because the stuff that's really, really funny that the Democrats do, we never hear about it from them. But then they take stuff like this. This was not funny at all. This was actually a travesty, what happened in the Oval Office. And this is what we're going to make fun of. Good job, Saturday Night Live.
For sure. This week I fired a black general and a woman admiral. It was awesome.
It's so awesome, man. It's awesome. It's
Awesome. And in addition to Doge, we've started another initiative called the Department of Undoing Child Healthcare and Education, or douche.
Yeah,
Which is not happening. Again, not happening at all.
douche is going to be epic. Douche is going to really clean everything out. Comedy's back! Comedy's back! Come on! Come on!
Yeah. Well, I think that concludes a pretty much perfect press conference. We humiliated this guy, and JD finally got to audition for Real Housewives of Potomac.
I'm willing to throw a wine glass at anyone.
And to cap off an amazing week, we're gonna finally release the Epstein files. Yes, America is gonna see all the names from A to S. No T. So, Zelenskyy, you wanna say it with me?
I guess I have to.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
All right. First off, it was Zelenskyy who humiliated Donald Trump and America in the Oval Office. All right, let's get that straight. And the thing that amazes me, and this is what's so funny, is I'm literally watching the same press conference that everybody else is watching, and half of the world sees it completely the other way. That's mind-boggling to me. And they have the ability to understand and read that Zelenskyy had met with the Democrats before going to the Oval Office, but I guess they just kind of block all that out. And they apparently, Trump is on the side of Russia. How? Somebody please tell me. Name one thing he's conceded to Russia. Just one. I will sit here at this podcast table for 400 years if somebody can name one thing that he's conceded to Russia. But you can't, because he hasn't. Trump is trying to play the negotiator. Trump's trying to be the buffer. And all that's happening are the Democrats are absolutely railing against Donald Trump for trying to bring peace to an unstable area, something the Democrats simply could not do, and they cannot do. This war's been going on for how many years now? And Joe Biden has not one time tried to stop this war. Not one time. He did give him $350 billion and a shit ton of armament. He did do that. He did stand by and watch as Ukrainians were being slaughtered on the battlefield. He did do that very well. But what I would like to see, and I think this is what needs to happen, is I think we need to crack into little man Zelenskyy's bank account. I'm kind of curious to see what's actually sitting in his bank account. I want to see where this money's been going, because as of right now, we cannot account for this money at all. There's just $350 billion gone. It's just gone. Where did it go? And like I said, and I'm going to say this again to the Democrats, what is your plan? To keep funding this war endlessly until there's no Ukrainians left? Russia has him outmanned 100-1. All right? There's no way Ukraine wins this war if we step out, but we cannot continue to fund his war. Zelenskyy does not want this war to end. This in the Oval Office was proof. And then he just made the statement that the war is years from being over, and yet the Democrats are railing against Donald Trump. This is mind-boggling to me. This is the only man trying to save lives. This is it. Nobody else is. And yet the Democrats are just absolutely drilling on Donald Trump right now. And this boggles. I'm absolutely flabbergasted by this. He's taking more heat for the Biden war, okay? This would never have happened under any other president than Joe Biden. Zelenskyy, Putin saw an opportunity and took it, just like he saw under Barack Obama, because Joe Biden is all talk, no action. Zero action. And J.D. Vance said it best, sit up there and thump my chest, and I'm going to say don't, and then they do it anyway. And what does Joe Biden do? Here's a few more billion. Great plan. Absolutely fantastic plan. Let's fund this war forever till we're another $2 trillion in debt, that for a country that we get absolutely nothing out of. If Ukraine folded tomorrow, it would not affect the U.S. I hate to be the bearer of bad news to you, but it would not. We get nothing out of there. Donald Trump was trying to secure a deal. Give us the mineral deal. A, you can start paying us back some of the money you owe us. B, we will keep funding your war and helping you because now we have a vested interest. Because right now we have none. We have zero. And what does little Zelenskyy do? As soon as this blows up in the Oval Office, he runs over to the UK on his grift and goes over there and begs for more money and support. Zelenskyy does not want this war to end. I'm sorry, prove me wrong, because you cannot. Because I know I'm correct on this. Donald Trump is giving him a way out. What Zelenskyy should have done is said, you know what? Let's sign the deal. We've got things you need. You got things I need. That's how it works. It's not just all give, take. And that's all it's been between the United States and Ukraine. We've been giving, they've been taking. We've got nothing in return. And what Zelenskyy wants is for us to continue to fund this war forever for him. And then when he has no more soldiers, when the last one is dead, and the dogs of war of Russia have completely ravaged the entirety of the Ukraine, then he's going to start saying, hey, can you send me soldiers? And I'm sorry, that is a hard no, a hard no. Donald Trump's giving him an out. He threw it in Donald Trump's face. I understand what Donald Trump did. I do not blame him one iota. I would have done the same thing. And how the Democrats can sit here and beat on the one man that is trying to resolve this war, mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling to me. And it doesn't matter how many videos they watch and how many people tell them, hey, y'all are wrong. You're 100% wrong. They're going to continue to beat that dead horse because that's what Democrats do. Just like Russia. 100% fake, 100% false. Everybody knew it, and they pushed that shit for 4 years and never once let up on it in 4 years. If you want peace in the Ukraine, Zelenskyy needs to lose the chip on his shoulder, adjust his attitude, accept the deal from Donald Trump. That lets us do business over there. Now we have American bodies on the ground doing work. And I'm going to tell you now, and you know this, and I don't care what you think about Donald Trump, if one American gets shot by one Russian bullet when they're in Ukraine, it's on. It is on. He's not Joe Biden. He's not Barack Obama. Donald Trump will rain vengeance down on that entire area and whoever's involved in that. Mark my words.